Yo, welcome back to the channel everyone. Hope you guys are all doing well. It's Oscar and we're back again with another video. Today we got a little bit of a fun one. I think it's a little cool project that I'm starting to kind of work on after some chips I got in the mail. And it's kind of like a thing I'm trying to bring them back to life. So hopefully that'll be kind of like a fun project. So far it has been. I probably only started maybe like a day or so ago. But the progress I've made, I'm pretty happy with. The chips in question, or the chips that or let's say the topic we're talking about, are the chips that I'm going to show you right now. There it is. These, you guys can probably see them there. But the question is, what are they? And they're going to be these. So they're Harrah's 5 TRKs from the 60s, but they're all drilled. Now I did pick these up off eBay. For a relatively good price, actually. I think I picked them up for like $1.50 a chip, which to me, I'm very happy with. And there's 190 of them, so it's kind of like a way for me to almost build a set of Harrah's 5 TRKs that you probably wouldn't be able to build just kind of randomly. So what's the game plan with these? So that's a good question. I'd like to obviously make them into a playable set, but the obvious downside is that they're all drilled right down the center, right through the inlay, which in a way is kind of like a standard way of drilling chips, but is kind of like an unorthodox way of drilling chips, because sometimes obviously you have the drill point here, sometimes you have it towards the or let's say if you have a notch, or yeah, usually it's on the edge. Most of the time it is in the center, but I don't remember ever seeing a drill hole that was that big in size, but I could be forgetting something, I'm not exactly sure. So, like I said, game plan is to make them into playable chips, but now there's kind of a iffy thing that I was thinking about today. So, obviously I'd like to fill them in, so I'm gonna take the old inlays off, and I already tested it with one chip. I took the inlay off. These are old school like paper inlay chips, so they were obviously put on during manufacturing when the chips were still relatively soft. They're pressed onto there, and then they kind of form in with the chip. Now they still have the recessed area for the inlay when you take the inlay off, and it's a little hard to take off, but I was able to do it. So like I said, the game plan would be to fill the chips. Now I've gotten a little bit of insight as to what would be the best way to do it. Putty would probably be the best way to do it, and then somebody also recommended spackle, but I think putty is probably going to be the better way to do it. Obviously I'll be able to fill in the hole and then make sure it's flat, and basically be able to put the new inlay that I designed, which is basically a replica inlay. It's slightly different, but basically then put that onto there. So that's the game plan. I guess on the screen I can put the one that I worked on today. One side has the original inlay and the other side has the inlay that I created and printed, and I think it looks pretty good. I know there's a little difference as to the one that I created, and the way to, I guess, let's say the way that you'd be able to differentiate it the way that I have it now is the Harrah's font that I use for the actual Harrah's wording isn't the same, and then Reno and Lake Tahoe at the bottom isn't the same. So, and obviously the dollar sign's not the same. So, like I said, the game plan is to make these into chips that I'd be able to play with. Now, is there a possibility that later on down the road, let's say in a few years, these chips might be sold to someone else? That's a possibility. At that time, of course, I'd want to let them know that, the inlays are remanufactured. I recreated the inlays. I filled the chips in myself, and that should be enough. Now, is there, let's say, any difference in value on these chips? I don't think. Being that they are drilled, they're not original inlays and all that, I don't think it affects the value. The person buying them, whoever wants to buy them, they'll basically choose the value of the chips at that point. So it's just a fun little project. I basically started working on, I think they got these chips last week. So I started working on it on Saturday, and today is Tuesday. So made some good progress. I was gonna go on CPC's website and try to create like a replica Harrah's 25% through 100 set, which kind of cool. It seems fun. But I think I'm gonna work on these, try to get these done. This isn't gonna be like an easy, it'll probably be easy, but it's not gonna take like a few days to do. I'm sure this project's probably gonna take me like a month and a half, maybe even shorter, but we'll have to see. I just wanted to share it with you guys, get some input, and kind of share what my little mind's thinking of. So hope you guys enjoyed this quick little video. If you did, please drop a like, put your comments down below, share the video with friends and families, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Ain't nobody like me. Ain't nobody like me. Ain't nobody like me.